Today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be organising my kitchen. We've lived here for 6 months and I'm yet to actually start organising my pantry. Really struggle to put things back where they actually belong. So hopefully doing this will make everything run a little bit smoother in the house. Hopefully I'll actually be able to find the cheese grater. And yeah, I feel like your house is sort of a reflection of your mind and where that's at. And if we can get this tidy, hopefully life, the birds will chirp and everything will feel nice and productive and coordinated. All of those nice words that I often feel like I'm none of. Anyway, let's show you the current state of my pantry. So I don't know if you can see, but we've actually got these two pantries on either side of the fridge, and I've got this one up here, huge mess. We've got random things in that container like paperwork, tools, anything like that. Baking, spices, or everything's just kind of rammed in there. Now you'll see I have some big containers, and I do like big containers for organising, but they're just a bit of a mess at the moment. So we're going to get into that, make it a little bit better, a little bit more user friendly. I mean, it's just a bit of a mess. They're our local rainbow lorikeets. They're beautiful. It's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty nice sitting out here watching them. So this is what I've gotten done so far. I've gotten all of the cupboards emptied and everything wiped out. And I'm gonna show you a bit of a chaos shot of the kitchen, just how everything looks all unpacked. And honestly, looking at it all, there's so much. I think that today I am just gonna focus on just the pantry, not the entire kitchen. And then tomorrow I'll sort the rest out. But today we're just gonna focus on the pantry. So as you can see, everything absolutely everywhere on every surface. All over the dining table as well. So I think what I'm gonna try and do first is create like little zones. So like a little section for the baking, a little section for the pasta, cereals, that kind of thing. Oh, I'm gonna be honest, with all this out here, I am a little overwhelmed. I'm thinking like, oh my God, why did I decide to do this today? I know, I'm gonna start with the spices. Is just organize this container, and I think I'm going to use it for all my baking ingredients. It's good to have a really big container for things like baking or whatever, and that way you don't have to decant all your really tiny containers or get everything out of the bag. Things last a little bit longer this way, and it's also more maintainable. You don't have to do this every single time. You don't have to put things into your jars every time you go shopping or every time you open a bag. I just like to use these little bag clips. You can get them pretty much anywhere, IKEA, Kmart, or whatever. So like I don't have to decant my brown sugar just in the baking kit. I got these containers from IKEA maybe like 5 years ago, and they've been honestly brilliant. These are one of the things that they're big, they're bulky, they're really good for a large family. If you don't have a large family, they're probably not for you, but with 4 kids, they make perfect sense. These containers, I think they are 10.6 litres. So I've got like, I usually fill this whole thing up with like those 13 kilo bags of rice. So you don't have to decant it very often, but when you do, it's nice and airtight. You're not going to get like pantry moths and things in your rice. And then I keep one of these for pasta and one of these for noodles. And I also used to have one for flour. But I don't know what happened to that. I need to go and get another one for like my big plain flour for bread making. And so I'm just going to sort these out now. I did get a fair bit done though, so let's have a little look at where we are so far. I will go to Kmart tomorrow and just get like a few more little baskets and storage containers and things like that for some of the things that I'm not like 100% happy with at this point. But up here, yeah, I've got my bread flour up the top. I need to get something for that. I'm not really happy with just having it like up in the bag. I've got my baking things on this shelf. I'm not super happy with this thing, so I'll find something to fit from Kmart tomorrow. I like how this shelf has sort of turned out. I've just got all our cereals and like my little chia seeds and things. We have a system. Condiments and like jams and sauces. I've got some coconut oil there as well. And then we have these little drawers for snacks. So we don't have to decant any of this. I need to like get some double-sided tape and stick these little containers together so they don't slide out. That's really handy. I'm really happy with how my little storage container spice racks have turned out, because those were like 2 for $4 or something. So, and just some double-sided tape. So I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like that looks way better than what I had going on before. Then down the bottom, I've got a little container for like potatoes, onions, garlic, my sushi rice container, pasta and rice. I need to get some labels. And on this side, I've just got like the tins and everything like that. A lot of these I'd already put into like these containers a while back. And I cut off the labels and I've got like the expiry date in there as well. So when I do label them, I'll be able to put like the dates on. Got some dog food and things down the bottom, crock pots up the top. This is probably where I'm going to leave it today because I'm a bit tired. I'm a bit tired and I don't want to do this anymore, and I wish I never started. Kmart, I picked up a few things for the pantry, and I'll just show you really quick what I got for the pantry. I've got these bottle organizers. I'm going to plan to use that not in the pantry but just in the cabinets for some drink bottle storage, some what are they called? Travel mugs. I'll use these for either like drink bottles or travel mugs. I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet, but I thought that's a good idea. I've seen lots of people use them. They seem handy. I got these really big glass jars. They're 3 litres and they were only $6, so I got 3 of those. I'm going to use these for my, like those big bags of self-raising flour that I had yesterday that I wasn't sure what to do with and I didn't like how it looked, so I'm going to try out those. Very good size for the price. And I also got 2 of these massive dry storage containers. Now I'm going to try these out for my big flour that I use for bread making. I normally get like the really massive bags, and I've got 2 of them, so I'm not sure if I can fit the whole thing just in one bag. These are, I don't know how many litres there are. I'll put it up on the screen. They come with a little scoop, so that'll be handy. A little measuring cup there. It's got the measuring thing on the scoop. And I also got a packet of these pantry labels. So I'm going to go through and try and label everything I've got as well. My mum's just in the piano in the next room. You might be able to hear her. She's being very sweet. She's watching my little toddler for me and she's trying to entertain her with it. So let's get stuck in. I almost forgot. I also got this bread maker. Very good. $20. It's like black, nice and metal, really pretty color. I like the handle. The problem with my old one, I'll show you. So this is my old bread box, and as you can see, it's got this beautiful little wooden thing. But the only problem is it's very difficult to clean in between the slats, and the stain is darker than my wood cabinets. And also, because it's so rounded, you can't store anything on top of it in the pantry, which makes it really difficult. So as much as I love it, I might have to give this one to the op shop or give this to someone else because it doesn't really fit us anymore. So anyway, I just thought I'd show you. So I'm really happy with how this cabinet in particular has turned out. We've got all the cereals here. We've got some big, I really love these big glass jars. They're going to be so handy for, I might even buy more of these. I really like them. And I think I might use them for like sugar and stuff as well, because they're really big. You can fit so much in here, probably like, what did I say, 3 liters? That's a lot when you're thinking about like storing food in your pantry. I really hate going shopping all the time, so if I can get big containers, I'm much happier with that. I had to handwrite some of these labels, because the ones I bought, there wasn't a label for like everything that I needed, and I couldn't find my label maker, but we had to just sort of make do with what we had. And I think for the price of things that I've paid, where we've ended up is really amazing from where we started. So I'm absolutely thrilled with that. I don't know if you noticed, but I actually ended up changing out the container that I'd picked for this yesterday, and I've got all the potatoes, onions and garlic in there. I just like to keep a little tea towel in the bottom of a plastic container with those sorts of things, just to stop them from sweating. We've got our rice and our flour. This one I ended up just using as like an overflow container, so excess baking, different odds and ends of flours and things like that. But it's a really good size, and it looks so much neater on the shelf than having 5 or 6 different smaller containers. And I can just shove the bags in there when I go shopping. much easier to maintain because you don't have to decant it. But then like the things that you don't use all the time, they've been decanted, and like you can use them and slowly fill them up rather than decanting every single week when you're shopping. So that's much easier. Our little jars here. Now some of the labels, like they're not perfect, they don't fit exact, but I'm still really happy because it's functional and we're going to be able to find everything. And we've got our little labeled IKEA containers down here. I didn't have a label for dog food though, so very happy with that. Thank you so much for watching, and if you'd like to see the rest of my kitchen next week, please please let me know in the comments. Take care, thank you for watching, and bye.